Hi guys, Paddy here from Kearys Hyundai in Cork, giving you a quick look at the new Hyundai Ioniq. These are really exciting times with Hyundai. This is the first time in the motor industry that the one vehicle is ever available in 3 different drivetrains. So the hybrid is your first option. It's a 1.6 petrol GDI engine, but you've also got that as well as the electric driven motor, which is also recurring energy, and that's reproduced as you drive the car. You've then got the electric option, which is the car I'm driving today. That's a fully electric vehicle and one of the first produced by Hyundai. Gives you the option of driving distances of up to 250 kilometers and is completely CO2 emission free. Your third option then is the plug-in, which, like the hybrid, also consists of the 1.6 GDI petrol engine. However, you've got a larger battery in the rear of the vehicle, allowing you up to 50 kilometers of CO2 free driving. With the plug-in, obviously, if you're commuting short distances to work within the 50 kilometer range, of course then you can charge it at home at night, and then when you drive to work you can drive it all day while you're there, and then end of the week you'd still have the same amount of fuel in your fuel tank. That's fantastic for anyone that has a short commute to work. So back to the electric vehicle, which is the one I'm driving right now. This is a fully electric car that has a range of up to 280 kilometers. So the drive of this car is absolutely fantastic. I'm literally traveling here at 100 kilometers an hour and I have no engine sound whatsoever. That's bizarre in itself, but it's such a great drive. Its handling is excellent. I've also got the steering assist, which is phenomenal. Essentially, the car is keeping itself quite evenly between the white lines here as I'm driving it, and that in itself is just fantastic. From a safety perspective as well, to know that technology is helping you as you're driving, it's just unbelievable. So the handling in this car is perfect. The battery is placed in the rear of the vehicle, just underneath the rear seats. Because of that, it's shifting the weight and evenly distributing the weight from the front of the car to the back, just giving it a lower centre of gravity and a better feel on the road. So I get an instant reaction from the accelerator due to the fact that it's a battery powered motor. So in comparison to your motorised engine, you have more torque in an electric car because it's instant power. I can feel that surge of power straight away when I put the boot down. It's just fantastic. The design of the car, the Hyundai have adapted this sleek design with their aerodynamics. It's windswept. You can near say it's windswept. It's just a beautiful car to look at. They've adapted this sort of coupe concept with the rear of the vehicle. Really adds to the sportiness of it. And I suppose traditionally electric cars wouldn't be the most aesthetically pleasing, but this is a cracking car to look at and obviously drive. Like little things in the car that you wouldn't even notice were working and doing their own job. You've got things like the active air flap at the front of the vehicle, and essentially that's just to assist aerodynamics and drag. Like essentially if you're at high speeds, you don't want a hole in the front of the car. It's just going to slow you down. It's going to make you less dynamic. So the grille, in fact, the little flaps in behind the grille actually open and close as you drive it automatically. With that then you've got the air intakes at the front of the car, just right down below the number plate area. And that's where the air is being taken into the vehicle to do more than just 2 or 3 things. Like it's going to be cooling down the battery, the moving parts, your gearbox, etc. It's just an incredibly intelligent piece of machinery. So in the interior of the vehicle, you've got your standard gizmos in the car, I suppose. You've got your cruise control, you've got your Bluetooth, USB ports, etc. But because the Ioniq is all about the future, Hyundai have moved with that, and of course they've introduced fantastic technology such as your 8-inch touchscreen here, which consists of your rear camera, your sat nav. It's also got technology in there such as Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you can pair your phones up to the car itself and use your apps on the screen here. It's just incredible. Again, even things like you've got your wireless charging, which is unbelievable. Safety is obviously a huge concern in the motor industry, and the way technology is moving, Hyundai haven't missed a beat here with the different safety precautions they've taken and the technology that they've put into this vehicle. Like right now I've got my steering assist active. Now my hands are right beside the wheel, but I could literally take my hands off and you can see the car steering itself, keeping itself between the lane. It's fantastic. You've also got the lane departure assist, which again we've demonstrated earlier, but if I went over the white line, which is quite dangerous, it'll actually give me a signal to let me know that I'm either driving incorrectly or dangerously, or that maybe I'm dozing off to sleep if I was doing a long journey. So things like that is just phenomenal. They'll go as far as in the smart cruise control. If I put the car into cruise control, it'll actually pick up how far away the car is in front of me, and as the car in front slows down, and maybe I haven't realised that, the car will actually slow itself down in conjunction with the car in front. It's out of this world. It does everything but drive itself. Sustainable Energy Association Ireland, they'll look after the €5,000 grant that's available to you on purchasing the vehicle. So that's obviously from the government. It's always nice to get a few pound off the government, I'm sure you'll agree. You've also then got the VRT, in which you'll get back from the price of the car as well, which is up to nearly €5,000 also. So there's almost a saving of €10,000 on this car from the list price, which is phenomenal. So on purchasing the vehicle, we obviously here in Kearys will look after all your needs and certain expectations when buying the car. We'll fill out all the forms, we'll do all the work with you. Essentially, ESB will also fit a home charging point to your home, so you can have your fast charging from the house as well, which is very convenient. All vehicles do come with their own charging leads and things like that as well, but the port itself I think is up to a value of about €1,500. So ESB will actually come and fit that to your home as well, which is very kind of them. A big question I'm sure a lot of you have in purchasing or thinking of purchasing an electric vehicle is how do I function if I'm nearly out of battery power, or where's my next charging port? A great thing about today is we live in the age of apps, and we've got so many apps available to us. One or two maybe in particular, will show you all of the different charging points that are available to you around Ireland, or if for indeed any country, if you had the car in the UK, or if you were travelling around Europe. I suppose personally, if I'm being honest, I was quite hesitant at the beginning on even accepting electric vehicles and the forward moving of them, and the fact that they're the future. It's just where we live in an age where diesel is king and things like that. But I am completely sold, having driven the car, having studied the car, knowing exactly what it can do, the savings it can make you. But not even that, like to even think that you could have a full charge of a range of up to 280 kilometers in under €3. The savings that will save you in a yearly basis, in a 2-yearly basis, for the next 10 years, is just phenomenal. Not only that, forget about the savings, the drive, it is just a sensational drive. The instant power that you get out of the engine is just fantastic. We'd love you to come down to Kearys Hyundai and have a look for yourself. The Ioniq will not disappoint. Just come in. Any of our sales team, myself included, would be more than happy to look after you and answer any questions you have, take you through any questions that you may have about grants or forms or even as simple things as fuel consumption and things like that. I promise you won't be disappointed. So that's really it, guys. Thanks very much for watching. I've been Paddy from Kearys Hyundai in Cork on the Kinsale Road roundabout. I'll just throw my email up on the screen there just in case you have any questions, any queries. It's paddy.courtney@kearys.ie, and you can contact us on 021 4929 800. Talk to you soon. Thanks.